Right, so I've done previously just a general spoiler-free review of Artemis Fowl. Generally speaking, the feeling is I recommend it. This one, if you haven't read it before, and whether you care or not, I'm going to be discussing some key details about the book and how the movie got them so bloody wrong. Oh yes. Right, so I'm going to talk... There's obviously 1,000 things wrong with the movie because they really just... I don't know why they continue, they should have just given up. But there are 3 things I'm going to talk about as the main issues. Not the main issues, but the thing that stood out to me. 1, and I'm just going to state this. Domovoy Butler died with a troll falling through the roof randomly on his head. In an interpretation of the first book in the series, Domovoy Butler dies with a troll falling through the roof randomly. This is a pain. This is a tragedy. Because if you know in the actual book, the scene between Butler and the troll is one of the most badass things you will ever see. Let me set it up for you. Troll is sent in to cause mayhem and death. Butler sees it coming, starts shooting it, bullets don't phase it, it then eviscerates him. Holly turns up, tries to stop the troll killing someone else, fails, then says, okay, last chance, I'll try and revive Butler because maybe he can do something, even though he got eviscerated before. And he does, he gets up, realises he's not injured, and think, okay, gun didn't work, what shall I do? Ah, suit of armour. Alright. So puts on a suit of armour, gets a mace, walks to the troll and smashes it in the back. And says, alright, my turn. And then proceeded to basically dismantle a troll one-on-one while in armour in a suit. And for the rest of the series, he is known as the only person in history to have gone up against a troll one-on-one in hand-to-hand combat and won. It is the moment where it solidifies he is a badass. And they replaced it with him getting randomly killed by a troll landing on him. For God's sake, just, if you want to bring up hype for the movies from the fans, in the trailer, just show someone putting on a gauntlet. That will be it. And it would have just captured so much interest and it would have been such a cool scene. But no. Second one, Holly. Holly wasn't really doing anything in the movie, she wasn't Holly Short. And I'm going about Julius Root in a way because obviously they swapped out Julius Root for Julia Root, basically made Judi Dench play it. And that undercut Holly's story because in Holly's story, the LAP Recon is very much a boys' club. And she was trying to prove herself that a woman could do this job. And Julius Root was her commander, and she takes her aside and says, look, there are women across Haven City who are depending on you. The reason I am so hard on you is because you have to do well. And that's just the thing, because it proves that she has to earn and prove that women can be just as good as blokes. And she does it, and she proves that she is a badass. And just by having Julius Root be Julia Root, means that there is no fight, there is no thing for her to overcome, so now she's just the one that gets kidnapped. And which is just disappointing. And it's just, well, again, missed opportunities. Because it was a good story. I read this when I was young. It was one of the first things that, discounting, obviously, Hermione, first realised, yes, girls can be badass too. I could talk about Opal, but honestly that's just doesn't matter. And a MacGuffin. But the third one that really is a loss of communication. What you need to understand is Artemis Fowl is a bad guy. He is while the protagonist, he's also the antagonist. He basically kidnapped someone to ransom them because he wasn't rich enough. Now he had motives behind that show that he's not a complete bastard, and there's like scenes where Arthur Butler has beaten out the troll, he does get his gun and sticks it under his chin and says, alright, let's see how tough your bone is here. Holly asks him, no, don't kill it. And he does. Because, okay, you saved me, I won't kill it. And and that's a little moment where you show, despite the fact that he has assisted in a kidnapping, there is some good in the man. And they probably cut that out because it's nuanced. It has substance, and no, kids are too dumb to understand that. I got it when I was 6. You don't have to dumb down movies. You don't have to dumb down good stories. This is such a fantastic story, and it could make a fantastic movie if someone trusts the source material and lets actors portray these tough stories. So yeah, disappointing. I mean, it's like when I was finding out what went on in the movie, I was just like, really? It was just disheartening. So for God's sake, do better when you have such good source material. I've been rambling nowhere rapidly. If you have any questions about what I have said, any books or any topics you want me to talk about in regards to them, please leave them in the comments below, and I'll do a video on them. Have a good day.